Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Now, today's reading, we'll be doing the February monthly reading. So the general reading for the month of February 2018 for all of the signs. For the main reading, which will be a 10-card Celtic cross spread, I will use the Crystal Visions Tarot deck. And I will pull two additional cards, oracle cards, just to enhance our reading. One will be from the Soulful Woman oracle card deck, and the other one is from the Ask Your Guides oracle card deck. Okay, as a reminder, please, in addition to watching your sun sign video, take a look at your moon sign and your rising sign video. That way, you'll have a really, a more or broader overview of what is in store for you during the month. Sometimes the messages in one will resonate more than the other. So, and obviously, as I always say, these are general readings, so please do keep that in mind. The messages may or may not resonate. The only way for you to get a truly personalized reading focusing on you and what is going on in your life right now would be to get a private reading from me. And if you're interested, you can do that by checking out my website, changingphasestarot.weebly.com. There you'll find all of the services I offer as well as pricing, or you could send me an email at changingphasestarot@gmail.com. All right, so I think that's it for the introduction. I will stop for now and see you in 1 second for your readings. Hi Aries, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your February 2018 reading. As you can see, I've already shuffled off camera and have laid the spread, so I'm just ready to begin here. I really did that just to save time. We have as your overall energy for the month of February, the moon. This is number 18 of the major arcana. So this is the, the overall message, the guiding message for the entire month. At the center of your reading, you have the Five of Pentacles, and it's crossed by the King of Pentacles. The foundation of your reading, you have major arcana number 20, Judgment. In the past position, you have the Eight of Wands. Crowning your reading, you have major arcana number 13, Death. In the future position, you have major arcana number 8, Strength. You in the reading appear as the Queen of Wands. How others are viewing you, you have the Page of Swords. That's in your environment position. Your hopes and fears, you have major arcana, the Fool. And the outbound energy for the month, you have the Knight of Swords. And then I will get to the two oracle cards in 1 second as soon as we go through the main reading. So, first of all, you have a lot of major arcana cards. So out of the 10 card spread plus the additional card from the bottom of the deck, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards. So pretty much half of your reading is made up of major arcana cards, which is significant because when you have that many major arcana cards in a reading, there are definite, divine guidance, divine intervention, lots of spiritual sort of assistance and guidance surrounding you during this month. So beginning with the moon, which is the overall energy. The moon card it speaks of hidden things. It speaks of secrets. It speaks of the hidden realms. It has to do with our, the subconscious. It has to do with our psychic abilities. It has to do with our dreams. Whereas the sun comes in to shine its light on a situation and provide enlightenment, the moon always casts a shadow. So there's always, kind of this hidden message that you need to uncover, or that needs to be revealed, or that needs to come to light. And oftentimes this is through, it might come through in messages in your dreams. It might come through, with signs, synchronicities. Signs, when I say signs, I mean like repeating numbers, could be repeating songs, repeated messages. And it's also about you needing to tap into your intuition and trust in those messages in order to possibly, see the things for what they are, uncover the truth about something during the month of February. So that sits here as the overall energy. Now, at the center of your reading, this Five of Pentacles crossed by the King of Pentacles. Beginning with the Suit of Pentacles, it has to do with the material realm. So everything that we can touch and feel here in the material realm. So the jobs that we do, the money that we earn, has to do with education, has to do with our home, family, material possessions. The Five of Pentacles is it's a card that typically speaks of lack or feeling as though you're lacking in something with regards to finances, prosperity. Sometimes it comes in if there's, if things, maybe you might have lost money, with something, or maybe you've had, a difficult time saving money, or maybe you, ended up spending more money than what you had originally planned. Whatever it is, it brings you to this position, of feeling as though materially speaking, financially speaking, you don't have enough, right? You're lacking in whatever that is. So sometimes this shows up when you have, maybe you have been ill, maybe there have been some expenses from that illness. Sometimes it shows up when you actually have lost a job, and are worrying about making ends meet, paying the bills. So definitely, feeling as though you're sort of out in the cold, out on your own, having to handle, having to come up with a way to resolve this, lack of financial stability by yourself. But what we have here crossing you is the King of Pentacles. Now, when court cards appear in a reading, like, let me see here, you have 4 court cards in your reading. So the King of Pentacles is one of the 4, but when they appear, they can be people who, are playing a significant role in your life during this time period. It can be a situation, or it can just be you taking on the energy of, that particular court card. The King of Pentacles, if this is a person, then typically this would be an older earth sign. It doesn't necessarily have to be male. We know that in these general readings, they're not gender specific, so male or female, but an older individual, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. And this person is kind of the absolute opposite of this Five of Pentacles, right? The King of Pentacles, the kings and queens in the tarot, they have really reached, or they have mastered that particular suit. So the King of Pentacles has really mastered, everything that there is to know about the suit of Pentacles. So he is somebody who is very prosperous. He's very successful, right? He's very financially stable. He's very trustworthy, very resourceful. He's a fair and just man, but he's more about, that grounded, stable, practical kind of energy. So, this could be a person, this could be a King of Pentacles stepping in, and would be sort of helping you instead of hindering you, would be helping you get through this Five of Pentacles energy here. Or this could be you kind of taking on this Five of Pentacles energy, as this King of Pentacles, by, being resourceful, by being very, very skilled and knowledgeable, and kind of working your way out of whatever that Five of Pentacles situation is. Now you have two very powerful major arcana cards kind of sitting opposite each other here. In we have the Judgment, in the foundation of the reading. Then we have the Death card as your crowning energy. So beginning with the Judgment, I mean, both of them are kind of similar in that they speak of endings, they speak of new beginnings. But the Judgment card, it at times it can have to do with, needing to make sometimes a difficult decision. So, an actual judgment call. It has to do with, but it also has to do with leaving things in the past, right? So it's leaving the past behind, beginning this, brand new life, understanding that, through death comes new life. We are unable to have a new beginning. We're unable to embark upon, a new adventure or something new without first really putting an end to the previous one. So that is, your foundation is that, there's this ending and there's this sort of divinely guided new beginning. In the past position, you have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands has to do with what's Wands energy, so fire energy, your own energy, Aries, right? And it's we usually associate it with the day-to-day matters in life, so the work that we do, the chores around the house, has to do with creative endeavors, creative projects. It has to do with our own drive and ambition and passion for doing those things. And the Eight of Wands is it's a very kind of aggressive but fast-paced energy, right? You can see that here there are 8 unicorns stampeding down the mountain. So it's this very unstoppable kind of energy, and usually we think of it as messages coming in, right? It has to do with news coming in very quickly. It has to do with decisive action, so taking decisive action on a situation. It has to do with, kind of going after, setting your sights on a goal and just kind of going after it. But it's really more about the news part of it, this back and forth. Sometimes if you're sending lots of emails, receiving messages, online, texting back and forth, this is back and forth communication, right? And it's very quick. So this is in the past. So for some of you, there could have been news of something, right, in the past. That came in quite quickly, or maybe you were asked to make a decision quite quickly. Could have to, could be tied in with this Five of Pentacles. Whatever this news was, could have to do with this feeling of lack of, material or financial security. Could have sort of brought about this, but it's whatever it is. What you're thinking now, what's the higher message, the message coming in from your higher self, what's crowning your reading, is again this death card. So this ending new beginning, much like with the Judgment card at the foundation, the death card really it just represents that something has to end in order to give way to something new, in order to give way to change. So in order to get out of this Five of Pentacles mentality or situation, something has to change. So because it's a major arcana card, this can it represents, quite a significant ending, quite a significant change, and so this could be like a chapter in your life, but a very long chapter ending. This could be a relationship coming to an end. It could be something as simple as ending a way of thinking, right, or ending a habit. But it's all about change, and things, yes, things are ending here. Obviously, death represents an ending, but it's all about, how the ending is needed in order for there to be change. And I do see, coming up here, this might not be easy, right? Change sometimes is not an easy thing. And so what you have in the future position, you have the Strength card, which is another major arcana card. And it speaks of having the inner strength, having the courage, right, to kind of tackle whatever, comes in with this new change, this new chapter. It, yes, it can speak of, physical strength, but really the card, what it speaks of is about the strength of the mind, the strength of your willpower, the strength of, of you really going after, whatever it is that this new thing is, and having the courage and the inner strength to face that, right, and to go after this new, or to embark upon this new beginning. And it seems as though you are really doing that. You're really taking on this kind of this energy of the Strength card, because you come in as the Queen of Wands. So you come in really, as yourself here, because obviously you're a fire sign, and the Queen of Wands is a very she's quite a formidable character because she's very confident. She's very capable. She's usually involved in many different things at one time, but she does all of them very well. She's she's courageous. She's charismatic. She has great insight. She's a creative kind of person. She has that ability to kind of think outside the box, and she has great ideas and vision. But she's also very strong. She's also very courageous and capable. And, I feel that, with the strength card and then you coming in as this Queen of Wands, whatever this new thing is or whatever challenge, you might be going up against. And even going back to the Moon card over here, whatever, you might be finding out or whatever secrets might come up during the month. I feel that you are just, you're very strong. You're very powerful and you can deal with it. You will handle it. And others are seeing you as the Page of Swords. So again, this could be, as it appears in the environment position, this could be a person surrounding you in the month of February. If so, then this would typically be a younger air sign individual. So Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Usually with the pages, I think of them as being, sort of teenagers or in their early 20s. For those of you who have children around that age, could actually be children. But swords energy, this is cerebral energy. So it's it has to do with our mind, our intellect, our communication, how we communicate our thoughts to other people. And, the pages are the ones who bring in messages. They're the messengers of the tarot. So this could be you receiving a message. This might be tied in with this, the finding something out with the Moon card here, because usually the Page of Swords is a very powerful, very forceful communicator. You see that she's carrying here the sword of, wisdom, and she's very good at cutting through the BS. She's very good at, even though she's young, she's very smart, and she's very good at using her intellect and using her wisdom to resolve conflict, to bring clarity to a situation. So there could be, something to do with either an air sign individual that's going to bring about some, or might clarify something, with regards to what we're talking about with the Moon card. If not, then, this could just be some news coming in. Again, with the news, we have the news with the Eight of Wands, kind of possibly more news here, but bringing some type of clarity, right? Clarifying something for you. Or others might be viewing you as this person who is, is sort of ready for action, ready to kind of tell things how they are, somebody who is, very smart, somebody who's going to kind of resolve situations. That's how they're viewing you. Your hopes and fears, you're hoping for a new beginning. You have the Fool card here. So all of these endings that we were talking about over here towards the end of the month, especially with the two cards, that we have as your hopes and fears, and then the outbound energy, the Knight of Swords. This is just you really, hoping for this beautiful new beginning, and you really being fearless and, ready to kind of go after whatever this new beginning is, this new chapter, and, kind of charge ahead. You're ready to go, because the Fool is a fearless character, right? The Fool, you can see that she has one foot on the edge of the cliff there. The other one is dangling off of the cliff. And so she's ready to step out into the unknown. So it's kind of like she's doing it with this blind faith. She's doing it trusting in the universe to kind of catch her and provide for her and help her and guide her on her path, right? So she's very, she's fearless. And we also have all the butterflies encircling her, much like we had here on the Death card, right? On the Judgment card, we have all these symbols of new life, of rebirth. So there's definitely, you wishing or hoping for this beautiful new beginning. And then, the outbound energy is the Knight of Swords. Again, this could be a person. If so, then this would typically be like a middle-aged air sign individual, male or female. or it could just be you. And I feel like it's really here. I feel it's you taking on the energy of this Knight of Swords and just, charging ahead, because the knights are the ones in the tarot who come in to act on something, right? We have the Page of Swords here who brings in messages, and then Knight of Swords is the one who comes in and acts on it. And he's a fast-paced knight. He's kind of an aggressive knight, very forceful. Again, he's very, he uses his intellect. He's a very smart individual, great communicator as well. But he's ready for action. You see, he has his sword, the sword of justice, sword of truth. He has it drawn. And no, there's nothing there in front of him for him to actually fight or go to battle over, but he is ready to, to take on whatever might appear. So this is just you just feeling very, and especially after this Strength card, and then, the strength of this Queen of Wands, you have all of this clarity, and you have all of this sort of energy and excitement and courage and ambition to really start off on whatever this new thing is. So it's lots of powerful energy coming from the cards here for you, Aries. So let me get into the 2 oracle cards here. We have from the Soulful Woman deck, card number 28, Power of My Voice. It says, I speak my truth and express my feelings to others with care and compassion. And from the Ask Your Guides deck, you have card number 10, Family. Holy Spirit, family. Okay, so I like to read the full description for these cards, for the oracle cards. So card number 28, first of all, from the Soulful Woman deck says, I use my voice to express my truth and inner authority. I courageously speak of my feelings to others. My courageous expression is tempered with the wisdom and warmth of compassion, and I share my truth with kindness and sensitivity. My voice is a beautiful instrument. It has the power to soothe, to heal old wounds, and to build bridges between people. My voice can even connect me to the flow of grace through prayer, affirmation, and song. What I say matters. I honor the power of my voice. My positive words help attune me to a higher frequency of creative energy. And, you had a number of cards here, right, that have to do with your using your intellect and being a good communicator and communicating your truth and using your intellect, right, and using your communicating with others. So you have a lot of that here. So definitely a message coming through with regards to speaking and speaking your truth, which is interesting because, with the Moon card, it does, sometimes kind of speak of hidden things. So some hidden truths. So interesting that card came out. The other one, the Family card, says, let me find it here. Here we go. So it says, the Holy Spirit is touching your soul, bringing about a deeper sense of peace and security. The challenges of the recent past are met, and thankfully, you've survived. Due to the Holy Spirit's influence, your trials have only strengthened your capacity to love, leaving you with an even deeper appreciation of those you love. There's no need to fret over your parents' health, your children's safety, or your siblings' happiness. All is well. Ask the whole, and in this deck, I just have to give a side note here. In this deck, it does use a lot of more sort of Christian terminology. I'm using this deck this month, but interpret it however you or in accordance to what you sort of believe. So it says, all is well. Ask the Holy Spirit to expand your capacity and to move beyond personal love and include all of humanity in your prayer for peace. Entreat the Holy Spirit to enlighten your aura and allow others to see you as a source of contentment. The message for you, peace be with you. Okay, so I didn't actually see many or really any family cards here. I didn't pick that up, but this might be a message for a few of you listening to the reading. As I always say, the readings are general, so please do take away the messages that that do resonate, and the ones that don't resonate. Obviously, this the reading was not for you this month, but do please check out your other signs, right? Check out your moon sign, your rising sign videos as well. Hopefully that way you'll get a better sort of more complete overview of what's coming up for you this month. So thank you very much for joining me here today. I do appreciate it. I look forward to reading for you again next month, and just know that I'm sending you all much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month of February. Bye for now.